Welcome, everyone. Welcome to our loved ones, our friends, our mentors. We, the class of 2016, are endlessly grateful for your support. And welcome to the class of 2016, and congratulations. Congratulations for all the books read, essays written, equations solved, songs performed, games played that have led you to this moment. This moment when our beautiful, finally green and blooming campus inspires a mixed set of feelings. A great excitement for the future and a sense of loss for the community we will soon leave behind. I have written about a similar blend of feelings before in a journal I keep in a desk drawer in my grandfather's home in Tianjin, China. I've kept this same journal since the 8th grade, and I write an entry each time I visit my mother's family in China. At first, this journal began as a way to express what I could not tell my Chinese relatives. Born and raised mostly in America, I could not communicate easily with my mother's family, and often felt like an outsider in the place my mother calls home. Since I first began writing in the journal, however, the pages have evolved to encompass a snapshot history of my life. As I read through the entries spanning my middle school, high school, and now college years, a pattern emerges. Loss for the place I am leaving behind, excitement for where I am going, joy when that place becomes home, and loss, again, when I must leave. But then always excitement for the new home I will soon create. This pattern has offered me a degree of solace throughout the years. When I walked onto Macallister's campus in August of 2012 and looked around at all the students who, like me, moved cardboard box upon box into empty dorm rooms, I felt reassured in knowing that soon these boxes would unfold and fill our rooms with the contents of home. As I sat in Kagan Ballroom during the first night of my college career and listened as the orientation leaders shared their stories, I gained comfort in knowing that I would soon also learn the stories of the students who sat in the rows ahead and behind me. I was sure that the patterns that had guided me through my middle school and high school years would continue as I began my next 4 years here at Macallister. And in many ways, I was right. My sophomore fall, I put on a neon-colored volunteer shirt and helped the incoming class move into their dorm rooms. I became an orientation leader, standing on that same Kagan stage, this time surrounded by friends, and told the crowded room my own story. Macallister, however, taught me not only how to continue building upon a pattern, but also gave me and the class of 2016 the skills to criticize and investigate the patterns that frame our experiences. In the classroom, we held the books we read and the experiments we conducted up to an analytical lens, questioning the ways in which we are immersed in certain histories. We held public forums, protests, and campaigns that challenged our local and global communities to create economic, political, and social change. We wrote impassioned editorials and presented insightful academic papers, threading our own opinions into conversations about issues we hold closest to our hearts. Throughout these years of my own questioning, protesting, and writing, I have gained the confidence to realize that long-lasting patterns must be stitched together slowly and carefully. I am sure that you, my fellow members of the class of 2016, will have also woven together the threads of your Macallister education to create distinct patterns. These patterns, I know, will guide you as you look towards the future. Soon, some of us will travel to the farthest corners of the world. Some will enter into new and exciting classrooms, this time as teachers, and others will work in buildings that form magnificent skylines. Each of us will begin to build a new community that in some way reflects the one we leave today. After our years here, I know that we will forever appreciate the first bloom of a crocus, and the sound of bagpipes will never fail to remind us of this home. And I know that despite the fact that our time here at Macalester is coming to a close, what we see here today, our loved ones, our friends, our mentors, will continue to be a part of the pattern of our lives. I know all this because year after year I return to my grandfather's home in China, flip open the slightly worn pages of my journal, and trace out the patterns that have grounded me since the 8th grade. These patterns remind me of who I was when I wrote my first entry and instill in me a tremendous excitement when I reach that last entry and seal the crisp, white pages I have yet to fill. Class of 2016, I am so excited to see where we will go, to learn of all the ways in which we will move thoughtfully and passionately throughout the world. And I am especially glad to know that no matter how far we travel from this green and blooming campus, the patterns we created here at Macalester will continue to thread their ways into the fabrics of our diverse communities. Thank you.